Welcome to The Tonight Show with Christo, with music by Pierre Boulez, featuring Klaus Oldenburg, Dwayne Hansen, and the beautiful Maya Wynn. Hello, welcome to my show. As you see, we are outside because I'm an environmental artist and this is where I feel comfortable. As you may or may not know, I used to rap with my wife, Jean-Claude, but sadly she died in 2009 and now I rap on my own. I may not have a wife, but I have a life. I grew up in Bulgaria and studied at the Sofia Academy of Fine Arts, and then I stowed away to Austria. I stayed in Vienna and at the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts. I got sick of the scene after one semester and set off for Geneva, then moved to Paris in 1958. In 1958, in Paris, she was my Moroccan maid. We were both born June 13th, 1935, which was just a crazy coincidence. But it was not love at first sight. No. She was engaged to another man, but she was pregnant with my child. That's how you get who you want. Just kidding, don't do that. Our first project was The Gates in Central Park in New York City. In 1995, which was a huge year, best year of my life. It took 23 years to gain permission from the government to use this building in our project. It took 90 professional climbers and 120 installation workers to complete the project with more than 1 million square feet of aluminum-coated woven polypropylene fabric and over 50,000 feet of blue polypropylene rope. Look for my next work in 2015 in the summer, over the river. Now, folks, we have a great show for you tonight, with many great guests, and if you see me move inside, it's because we've got a surprise deceased guest that can't be in the lights. Now for some music by Pierre. Thank you, Pierre. Now, please come join me at my desk. Aren't you quick? So, Pierre, I heard you were born in France.
Yes, I was born in Montbrison, in France, and I studied music at the Paris Conservatory.
Ah! Did you meet any people there?
I met Oliver Messiaen, one of my main inspirations, and Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, Luciana Berio, and Renee Leibowitz.
Ooh, cool! So that was an interesting piece you played for us. How do you construct these masterpieces?
I try to control every element of my music, including the pitch, length of tones, volume, and attack, so that I can eliminate any sense of traditional melody.
I heard the same piece performed by an orchestra a few weeks ago. Why are they different?
My music is usually associated with chance music, and all my compositions are able to be changed depending on the performer who performs them. The order of the notes, their duration, and even the notes themselves can be changed by each performer.
Fascinating stuff, Pierre! So, would you like to place another piece? Okay. Thank you, that's enough for today. I think we had our fix of depressing music. Here's our next guest, Klaus Oldenburg.
I am a pop artist.
Ah, pop, like the music.
No. Pop art. Art.
Ah.
I use soft sculpture, a new style to depict everyday objects for all of you ignorant folks. Soft sculpture uses different materials like foam, rubber, faux fur, cardboard, and fabric to create sculptures on a large scale.
How interesting.
No, really, it is. I even earned a prize in 1995, the Rolf Schock Foundation Prize for Visual Arts.
Ah, right.
I make small things larger and soft things harder.
Ah, well, can you make things disappear?
Oh, very funny.
One more question.
Yes?
Do you have a motto you like to live by?
Yes, my sole purpose is to give existence to fantasy.
Great. Thanks for your time. We'll be back to you later. Bye. Next time you'll see us, we'll be having a visit from the dead. See you inside after a word from our sponsors.
Hello, I am Pierre Boulet, and I won the 1995 Gramophone Music Award. If you want to be as talented as I am, join the EarCam, Institute for Research and Coordination between Acoustics and Music, and you can be as cool as me. It's the only way.
Welcome back to the Tonight Show with me, Crystal. Our next guest will be Dwayne Hanson, who I'd like to call upon because he is coming here all the way from the grave. Please welcome Dwayne Hanson.
Sorry, I died a while back. Came back just for you.
From the grave?
I have a great agent.
So what do you do again?
I'm a pop artist sculpture. I specialize in portraying the emptiness and frustration of the human existence.
So what do you sculpt?
Well, I used to do controversial stuff like drug dealers and gang members and that sort of thing. But then I decided to point out less obvious problems. Now I sculpt the average Americans, and tourists and construction workers. At first, when you see them, they just look creepily real. But then when it gets closer, you can see it in their eyes, man. You can totally see it. Frustration, want, hopelessness. What is the purpose of our existence here? Are we money? Americans. We're all stupid, purposeless, horrible creatures. Vacuous, empty. It's so man. Totally horrible. I disgust myself.
Okay, that's enough. Well, that's all we have time for. Goodbye, Dwayne.
Hey, peace out. Remember.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Somewhere over the river. It's me, Crystal, from The Tonight Show with Crystal. You can come see my next work in the summer of 2015, Over the River, where I plan to suspend 5.9 miles of fabric over a river in Colorado, so be sure to stop by. Welcome back. Now please give a warm welcome to our next guest, Maya Lynn! Maya! So, Maya, what is it you do? I heard you're an artist.
Yes, but some people call me an architect also.
So you're an architect.
I'm sort of, but I also do sculpture.
So you're an artist.
Yes, but I'm also an architect.
So you're both.
Well, I don't really put myself in either group. I do sculpture and I do architecture. Ask an artist about me, they'll say all the architectural things that I do, the things that I've done. Ask an architect, they'll probably say I'm way too artistic.
that's nice. And you're pretty popular, aren't you? What was your best accomplishment? Wasn't it that you created the famous Vietnam Veterans Memorial?
Yes, it probably was my most successful piece. I designed it back when I was a student at Yale.
Hey, that's just like Klaus.
It was a class project for one of my architecture classes. I submitted the design to a national competition and luckily I won. I was really thankful for that. The funny thing is, my successor also applied for the competition. Obviously he didn't win. And do you know what?
What?
He gave me a B on that project.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yes he did. He even claims that he gave me an A on it.
Girl, he is a bad case. But never mind him. You're the one who got all the credit for this wonderful design.
Thanks. I thought that a simple yet meaningful piece would capture the essence of the social issues today and commemorate all the people lost in the war. The black stone and the thousands of names of those lost in the war are perfect for us.
Yeah, it's wonderful. What inspires you to do your amazing work?
Well, I'm really influenced by the landscape, the environment, and believe it or not, Japanese gardens.
Japanese gardens.
Yes, I really admire the Japanese Roshis and the way they set up their gardens. I believe that architecture shouldn't be just one isolated object, but it should blend in the landscape as a whole.
Do you have any works to show this?
Well, of course. In 1995, I made the Wayfield, which is a vast earth sculpture. It's purely made of soil layered over with grass shaped and large amounts of earth to express the feeling of waters. It's a common piece, and I believe it shows the connection of landscape to structure.
Wow, that's amazing. You really are a great architect slash artist person. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem, Maya. Well, that's our show. Thanks for stopping by.